This morning I saw a really interesting commercial on TV. It was a Pepsi product, a soda, and it's Pepsi's new prebiotic cola. And they have it in regular cola, and then they have it in, I think, a cherry vanilla cola flavor too. And apparently, it's not a new product. I literally just saw the commercial today, and it's the first time I ever saw it. But from little research I did online, this product has been out since July of last year. They had a press release July of 2025 on this new prebiotic soda. Super interesting. It just immediately caught my attention, so I had to do a quick little video on it. So let's talk about prebiotics and whether or not they are good for you, bad for you. Should you be drinking this Pepsi product? And more about the gut and health. So first of all, I kind of want to define what prebiotics are. There's actually many different definitions of what a prebiotic is, and it's changed throughout the years depending on which organization's definition you want to go by. But basically, prebiotics are fermentable fibers that act as food or fertilizer in your gut once they reach your gut, and they feed the good bacteria in your gut. Bacteria eat what we eat. So the foods that we eat, the dietary patterns that we follow, very much dictate our overall health. And prebiotics are actually, there's a lot of research showing their beneficial components. They can reduce inflammation, low-grade inflammation within our system. They play a role in immunity because of that. They play a role in our heart health because of that. They help improve mineral absorption. Specifically, they help increase the amount of calcium we absorb. There's some research on bone mineral density and prebiotics in the diet. They can help protect against pathogenic invasion within the GI tract, like salmonella and E. coli and things like that. And there's also a heart-gut connection, meaning a healthy gut can protect you against having a heart attack potentially or heart failure. Eating more and probiotic foods should be incorporated in your diet somehow. So prebiotic foods compared to probiotic foods are live strains of bacteria like yogurt and kefir and fermented foods. So foods like that we consume, they already have those live strains in them, like lactobacillus, in yogurts, kimchi, sauerkraut, those types of fermented food. Those are probiotics. Compared to, these prebiotics, they act as food for that good bacteria. They're saccharides, basically, forms of carbohydrates. They're structural components of carbohydrates. So polysaccharides and disaccharides and oligosaccharides, they're carbs that we are consuming that feed the healthy bacteria and help grow our microbiome, our gut bacteria. And you might think that sounds bad, but it's actually a good thing. We want a very diversified gut microbiome because a healthy gut can actually protect against heart attack and heart failure, can protect against cardiovascular disease. Eating pre and probiotic foods can protect against that. Like on the other side of the spectrum, an unbalanced and unhealthy microbiome can lead to low-grade inflammation. And as we all know, low-grade inflammation, that's a terrible thing. Low-grade inflammation can affect your heart's electrical system, which can lead to a heart attack or heart failure. So before I start talking a little bit more about this Pepsi prebiotic cola, let's talk about some actual natural prebiotics, so like natural ways you can get prebiotics in your diet. Okay, so some foods that are considered prebiotic are chicory root, Jerusalem artichoke, garlic, onion, dandelion greens, leeks, asparagus, oats and barley, slightly green bananas, soybeans, things like that. So think of fruits, vegetables, some whole grains, beans, things like that. Those are prebiotics. So those act as food or fertilizer for the good bacteria in your gut. Of course, a little disclaimer, as you are introducing more fiber in your diet, you also, if you're not, especially if you're not used to fiber, you could get things like gas and bloating and, GI distress if you do it too quickly. So if you're not used to even getting the adequate amount of fiber daily, which is about 25 to 30 grams for most adults, do it slowly and also make sure you're drinking enough fluids as you're increasing the fiber to help reduce any GI distress. Okay. So, okay, back to this Pepsi prebiotic soda. Let's talk about the ingredients. According to their website, the ingredients are carbonated water is the first ingredient, of course. The second ingredient is cane sugar, which is not a prebiotic. There are some cane sugars out there that are like blends and they can be prebiotic, but this one the ingredient just says cane sugar, so I'm going to assume that this is not that special prebiotic cane type of cane sugar. This is regular cane sugar. Because sugar cane itself, the sugar cane plant actually, does have fibers in it, but this is just cane sugar, refined sugar. The next is the soluble corn fiber, which this is going to be the active prebiotic in this beverage. And PepsiCo does have some information on their website about this soluble corn fiber. I did find a small, I think it was 2019 study on soluble corn fiber, which does show benefits to your health. There were some cognitive benefits related to corn fiber. So it does show a lot of promise so far, but again, more research needs to be done on this soluble corn fiber. It's still considered a prebiotic at this point. Stevia, it is sweetened with stevia. Stevia, although it is not considered an artificial sweetener, it is considered a natural sweetener. And even natural sweeteners, the World Health Organization still wants us to reduce the amount of sweeteners, even if they're from natural sources, in our diet. So, and stevia, like, even though it's not supposed to raise blood sugars, it still affects different people in different ways. So take that with a grain of salt. This, stevia, it's got cane sugar and it's also sweetened with stevia. So, which overall leads to the low amount of calories in this product. It's listed at only 30 calories, 3 grams of fiber, which isn't too bad. It's comparable to some other prebiotic sodas out there, Poppy and Olipop and many, many, many others. Next is phosphoric acid, which is basically just a little small amount of phosphorus, 50 grams of phosphorus. Natural flavor, whatever natural flavor is. Natural flavors are things that come from herbs and spices and fruits and those types of natural flavors, but PepsiCo is pretty secretive as far as what the natural flavors in their product is. It doesn't list it. It would probably make the ingredient list way too long. So they just kind of condense it and just say natural flavors. But from what I understand, natural flavors come from natural sources like herbs, spices, and fruits and things like that. That's all I could find on that. So hopefully in the future, PepsiCo plans to elaborate on what their natural flavors are. Then there is caramel color. So caramel color, PepsiCo also has some information on their website about what caramel color is. Caramel coloring is basically carbohydrates that they caramelize. They heat it up and caramelize it, and they mix it with, acids and things like that to make it a caramel color. And it also acts as an emulsifier, so it kind of keeps everything together in the soda and it prevents it from oxidizing. That's what the caramel coloring is for. So, and if you weren't wondering if this product has any caffeine, it does have a very small amount of caffeine. It's only got 38 milligrams of caffeine, which is pretty, sort of insignificant in my opinion. It's less than a cup of coffee. So, what is my overall impression of this Pepsi prebiotic cola product? I do think it has a place in the beverage industry. Just like any, there's room for There's room for everyone. Of course, it just makes sense that, these major beverage company, PepsiCo, wants to kind of jump on the functional beverage bandwagon. It makes sense. But overall, my point of view is that it is a good alternative to regular soda, especially if you drink a lot of soda. Because regular soda, obviously, it's got, a lot of sugar, it's got a lot of calories, it's got a lot of carbs. So if you are trying to manage blood sugars, or if you are trying to lose weight, even, you can reduce calories, you can reduce total carbohydrates, you can help improve your gut health. If you switch from regular soda to this Pepsi prebiotic soda, if you improve your microbiome, you will improve your health. So depending on where you are right now, what type of diet you follow right now, if you don't get enough prebiotics, probiotics, you could incorporate something like this. Or if you're a soda drinker, you could incorporate this. I will share with you that I do drink soda. I don't drink regular sodas, but I drink A&W zero sugar. I like Sprite Zero. And I do drink prebiotic sodas as well. I love Olipop. I drink LaCroix, which doesn't have any prebiotics, probiotics at all, but it's a carbonated, sort of flavored, lightly flavored carbonated soda. And then I just recently tried a new one called Wild Wonder, which does have prebiotics in it and probiotics in it. There's live cultures in it as well. I love it. I tried the blackberry violet flavor and it was awesome. They have multiple other ones. I think they're available at Target if anyone wants to try. As a dietitian, I would recommend getting most of your prebiotics and probiotics from food sources, of course, because food is also going to have other beneficial things in it. Um, like nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, and antioxidants, and things like that. But baby steps, you have to start somewhere. So if you're someone who drinks like a 2 liter of soda a day, this could be a good alternative to you. This could be your baby step, but baby steps still matter. And if this is a good starting point for you, you want to try this prebiotic cola, see how it compares to your regular, then I think it's a great switch. It's a good alternative. So. But yeah, if you want to start incorporating more prebiotics and probiotics naturally in your diet, look at your dietary pattern. What types of foods are you eating? What types of meals are you preparing for yourself? Do you have things like that you incorporate every single day? Like, are you eating yogurt every day? Are you getting oats in your diet every day, or barley, or some of these fermented foods that are beneficial and can help feed that good bacteria and help diversify your gut microbiome? There is so much research out there on the gut-brain axis. Your gut is, said to be your second brain. And there's also a gut-heart axis going on too. So, in my professional experience, what I've seen is that a good, healthy gut leads to good overall health. So, start incorporating some more of those foods and into your dietary pattern. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you feel like this Pepsi Prebiotic Cola product is for you, I will link to the Pepsi website below. And if you want to try any of the other prebiotic sodas that I recommend and love, I will link those in the bottom as well in the description. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.